Okay, hello everyone, and hoping that you all had a pretty good Durga Puja, Dashera, and that you all celebrated within your minds, hearts, and that you all stayed happy, stayed safe, and well, you all tried to make good of the time which you had and spent it in a good way, creative way, happy way, and that you all are a bit refreshed. Although you all have been sitting at home, I know for the past 7 8 months, and that you all will, or and that every one of you wants to come out of house, wants to come back to the normal of life which we all know. But then I guess coming back to normal will take some time, and but then let this new normal be well enough for you all, good enough for you all, so as to make you all better human beings. With that, I'm hoping every one of you, everyone in your family is fine. Wishing everyone in your family very happy Dashera, and also hoping that every one of you, everyone in your family stays safe. Everyone in your family has that power to fight off every kind of evil that may come into their life, and that every one of them stays happy. Well, we were doing about those currents, and coming back to currents, we were doing the currents of the Pacific Ocean, and we are left with the California current, the East Australian current, the West Wind Drift, the Peruvian current, and over there we have the currents of the Indian Ocean. Now, talking of the Californian current, the Californian current is actually flowing southwards towards the Pacific coastline of USA. So, if you just look over here, there's the Pacific coastline of USA, and over here we have the Californian current. This is the Californian current over here. So, this is the Californian current which you saw. Near the Mexican coast, it turns westward and joins the North Equatorial current. Thus, it completes the clockwise circulation. Dense fogs are formed of the coast of San Francisco. So, this is what they are saying. It is coming this way and then it is moving. Why are dense fogs formed over there? Because here we have a cold current and a warm current meeting over here. This San Francisco is over here of North America, and this is where cold fogs are formed over there. Next, well, I'm sorry, I did change page too much. Next, we have the current is formed as the cold water sinks beneath the warmer waters of the North Pacific Drift. This current originates to compensate the loss of water due to the large-scale movement of warm water by the North Equatorial current. With something which I've been telling you all for long. What happens is that this current is this North Equatorial current is coming over here. The North Equatorial current, as it is moving towards the west, a low pressure is being formed over here, and this current is originating so as to compensate, so as to fill up the loss of water which the North Equatorial current is taking with it. And that is why this California current is coming down. I'm sorry if you all are getting some background music, but then it is festive time and there will be such music. Next, we talk of the East Australian current. It is in the South Pacific Ocean, the southern branch of the South Equatorial current is it flows from north to south along the eastern coast of Australia as the East Australian current. So over here we have the East Australian current. This is the East Australian current which is being talked about in this in the book. And this East Australian current, well, let us look. This comes under the influence of the westerly winds and Coriolis force. So it turns eastward towards these are not important for you all. But this one is important, the west wind drift. Well, what is it? It is a strong cold current driven by the westerlies between 40 degrees south latitude and 50 degrees south latitude. Here the westerlies have high velocity and thus they are called roaring 50s. So this over here is the westerly currents. They are known as the roaring 50s. Why is the name given roaring 50s? Roaring 40s because it is there in the 40-degree latitude and high velocity. Why do the westerly winds have high velocity? Because there is not much land so as to obstruct the movement of the westerly winds. We are talking of this part, so land is less, and that is why the westerly winds are moving at very high speeds, and that is why the sailors and the sea-going people and people on ships, when they move through those areas, they find that the wind which is blowing is very high and they keep on howling. The wind makes a very huge noise, huge noise, and that is why the sailors have given that name roaring 50s. The winds over there are so loud. It flows from, that is why, because the wind speed is very high, the current will also be moving faster. and we have speeds of 30 km per day. So there is the west wind drift, and there is very important another reason why the west wind drift moves at such a huge speed. If you look at this part, this is the west wind drift moving, and the west wind drift does not face any kind of obstruction, as you can see. That is why it gets to attain very high speeds. This is the west wind drift over there. Okay, next, in the west wind drift we have, it flows from west to east between Tasmania and South American coast. Not important. It is obstructed by the southern tip of Southern America and gets divided into two parts. One part is forced up the west coast of Chile, has called Peruvian current. The other part enters Atlantic Ocean through Cape Horn. So this is what they're talking of. Cape Horn is the southernmost point of the South America. So this is Cape Horn. So one part is moving up as Peruvian current, and the other part is continuing towards the Atlantic Ocean. Next, when we talk about, we have the Peruvian current, very important current. This Peruvian current is actually influencing the temperature and the climatic conditions, also the weather conditions, as well as the vegetation and the land conditions, which is found in the southern part of South America. And well, this is also very important because this Peruvian current brings up, I'll be talking about that in detail. Let us just have an overlook. This cold current is also known as the Humboldt current. Humboldt was a great geographer and an explorer. So this current is named after Humboldt. Humboldt did many explorations in the South American area. That is why this name is given Humboldt current, which flows from the southern coast of South America. It flows from south to north along the coast of Peru and is caused by the northward deflection of the west wind drift. Its speed is about 25 kilometers per day. Its surface temperature is about 15 degrees Celsius. Next, we have the cold water chills the wind blowing onshore. So Peruvian and Chilean coasts are practically rainless. As a result, Atacama Desert, one of the driest parts of the world, developed over there. Now, if you look at this Peruvian current, this is what we are talking about. This Peruvian current over here. This Peruvian current is a cold current, and as it is moving towards this western coast of South America, what is happening over here is that you all know that cold currents do not carry over here. You all know that cold currents do not carry as much, or they cannot carry as much water vapor as warm currents can carry. That is why this part over here is, this part of South America is very, very hot. And also very, very dry. Not hot, but these parts are very, very dry. Why very dry? Because the cold current, as they move up, it does not carry much moisture. And as this wind is not carrying much moisture, what is happening is that this area is not getting sufficient amount of rainfall. This is the reason why the Atacama Desert was formed. But this cold current is very, very influential and very, very beneficial for the people of Peru. This makes this area is one of the most fertile places of the entire world. What is the reason behind this? This I leave for you all as a homework, and you all will tell me, because the last time also I had given you all a homework, and I guess just one person, Asmit, had sent me the answer. So I will hope this time I get more number of people sending me the answers, and also the previous one also. The homework will be, you will have to tell me that why do we have such great fishing grounds and also such great agriculture happening in these coasts of Peru and also Chile. You will be giving me this answer. If not, if I do not get sufficient answers, I'll be answering this, or I'll be telling you the answer in the next video. But then let us come to the currents of the Indian Ocean. And when we talk of the currents of the Indian Ocean, well, we'll be leaving, okay, I won't be talking of this current of the Indian Ocean right now. There is a question which has been given in the assignment regarding what actually causes the origin, or actually how does the southwest monsoon current originate. So this is something which I'll be leaving up to you all. You all will figure out this answer, write this answer in the assignment, and in the next video lecture I'll be doing this and also finishing the chapter off with tides, so that we can move on to the next chapter. Till then, I'll hope that every one of you stays safe and every one of you stays happy and every one of you keeps enjoying. Well, thank you.